I believe that in Russia, this kind of weather as early autumn is known as Grandma's Summer. Grandma's Summer is a Russian equivalent to Indian Summer. There's a little info box on the top left corner. Whatever the case, the summer heat was yet to leave Japan at this time of year. Himitsu walked silently beside me with a smile on her face. I threw glances her way from time to time, trying to figure out what was on her mind. Not that I was particularly interested, I just didn't want to think about myself. The image of falling sakura petals kept surfacing in my mind, dragging up unhappy memories alongside it. Yet Himitsu would never bring it up. Did she want to avoid reopening the wound? Or was she simply being tactful? This is Earth to Nico-kun. Do you copy? Over. Huh? What? It seemed I got completely lost in thought. We're almost there, and you're still falling asleep? Himitsu frowned. Usually her grumpiness looks funny rather than scary. I'm not falling asleep. I'm pondering questions of universal scope. Such as? She started laughing. Political ones? Even better, geopolitical ones. Who will ponder them if not me? You don't have the grades of a future politician. That's not important. Many great people were mediocre in school, like Einstein. Right. Himitsu grinned. Oh my, look. I just noticed the background is animated. Wow. That's great. Nice one. Oh, this is so cool. Ah, really, really cool. Awesome. Man, I have to give them all my money. We would have likely continued with our small talk were it not for a commotion at the school gate. Yeah, that's the word. And that's a nice 80s vibe I got here. A bunch of people surrounded a girl. From this distance, I couldn't recognize her. Look! Himitsu said quietly, slowing her pace. I started listening. She probably wears the same skirt all year round. No, it must be a hand-me-down from her sister. Who lets shabby students like this into our school? Do they allow just anyone to attend these days? Go sell fish at the market. Be careful or you might catch something from her. It's not like I intend to, with her. That's probably how she spends her nights, to earn some extra cash. Oh, poor girl. Himitsu stopped for a moment. Isn't she now in your class? I took a closer look. She may be right. I think so. Are you saying you don't even know who your classmates are? Of course I do. That's Hita Iwamura. I fixed my hair and looked at Himitsu triumphantly. She was unimpressed. She's also our class president. Himitsu still stared at me with reproach. What? I've never really talked with her, and this is the first year she's in my class anyway, so I've only known her for half a year. The fight, if you could call it that, was gaining momentum. The girl remained stubbornly quiet, merely lowering her head more and more. This only gave more power to the abusers. Come on, who would pay for her anyway? Maybe for a few hundred yen. The person speaking demonstratively opened a wallet full of bills, took a few of them out and waved them in front of Iwamura's nose. This is a new low. I muttered to myself. Meanwhile, the students walking past were acting as if nothing was happening. Again with those stupid customs, how can they do this? Nikko-kun, don't. Let's just tell the teacher. Himitsu lightly pulled on my sleeve. What will he do? Scold them? My, aren't you ashamed of yourselves? I began losing my temper. Thinking about it, why do I care? She's a classmate. So what? I had yet to ever talk to her. On the other hand, it was hard to watch one poor girl get bullied by a whole herd. Oh, my first save point. Oop. And I think we should step in.
Yeah.
Huh, what this? Hello. Why would I stay on the sidelines? What if Himitsu was in her place? We two are far from being the richest in the school after all. Sorry. Himitsu only gave me a slight smile in reply. Hey! I shouted, walking confidently toward them. Leave her alone! At first they just looked at me in surprise. Iwamaru did not react at all, simply continuing to examine the ground. And who are you? What do you care? Go on your way. The tone was challenging, but it only made me all the more confident. 4-on-1 isn't too fair, don't you think? What do you want to join in? Two guys stepped forward, cracking their knuckles. Seems that they know how to throw more than just words. What were you gonna do, hero? Oh my! Wow, what a nice haircut the one guy had. Ah, awesome! One of them grinned. Yeah, what? Honestly, I didn't know either. I just felt compelled by a sense of justice to stand up for Iwamura. Because here we're not supposed to act this way, while back there it's accepted to help close ones in need. But real life isn't like manga or anime, nor do I have any superpowers. Well, you're going to find out. I walked right up to one of them and froze. What now? However, the guy clearly got confused and staggered back. Who do you think you are? At the moment, another guy walked up to me, clearly intending to push me away. My reflexes responded quicker than my thoughts. One swing of the arm, followed by the crunch of the attacker's jaw, and everything stopped around me. A surprised expression froze on the girls' faces. Iwamura was looking at me in surprise, and even the guy I just punched seemed surprised. But it only lasted for a moment. You! Don't you know who my father is? One of the girls screamed. Quite, let's go. He's obviously insane. A friend calmed her down. Another guy helped the hurt one get back up. This isn't over. We will remember you. With these words, I quickly walked away from school. At the same moment, Himitsu ran up to me. Nikko-kun, are you alright? Yeah, of course. I replied calmly while examining my slightly swollen fist. Strangely, I wasn't shaking from the adrenaline as I should have been. I guess it had all happened too suddenly. Iwamura senpai? Senpai is a Japanese honorific used when addressing upperclassmen or older, more experienced co-worker, said the nice info box. In all of this turmoil, I had completely forgotten about the person at its root. She stood in silence looking at us with a frown. Are you alright? Fights are forbidden on the school grounds, she said quietly. What? I broke out into a dumb smile and looked at Himitsu. She looked just as confused as I was. I'm saying that there was no need to get into a fight. If you hadn't noticed, I was kinda protecting you. They would have left me alone either way. Iwamura looked up to me, her eyes flashing. After a few seconds of silence, she once again regained her air of indifference. They always leave me alone in the end. In any case, you could at least say thanks. It's common decency. I was becoming more angry than I was a minute ago. And that's not only here, it's anywhere, in the whole world. Iwamura merely raised her chin, snorted, and quickly made her way towards the school gates. I can't believe this. I told you not to get involved. Himitsu quietly. No, not quietly. But you acted like a real hero. A hero, yeah, right. Where have you ever seen a hero like this? At least in the movies they get thanks for the rescue. But you didn't do it for the gratitude, right? Himitsu continued to smile and I got embarrassed. Well, we'll see what kind of gratitude I'll get from the teachers. I grumbled. Anyway, let's go.